We want to learn what it truly means to be Filipino. And to do that, we are inviting ourselves into the house of a stranger, offering to cook them lunch.
Oh, this is a lot harder.
Today is the last day we're spending in this beautiful country. The challenge is that we don't know anyone here. I mean, what are the chances of someone actually saying yes to inviting 5 strangers into their home?
Oh my god.
So our mission began. We were all feeling a bit awkward and we're starting to get some strange looks.
Oh, this is a lot harder.
But we headed onwards towards the town center.
It's gonna be a little tough to ask that question of like allowing people to let us into their lives. It's gonna be hard for like just ourselves to like overcome the prejudice as well and just ask the question.
From my experience with everyone, that every time you talk to them, they're so open and friendly. So I'm like, oh, can just go for it.
Hi.
Hi.
So this is where we end up. Game plan is we're trying to invite a stranger for lunch, but the twist is that it's at their house. We just want to kind of immerse ourselves in the experience. But to get a stranger to say yes to that, it might be hard for a stranger to allow for us to come into their home and kind of cook with them or make them lunch or provide something for them.
Right as we were about to start approaching strangers in the village, something unexpected happened.
What do we have?
We want to come to your house.
You can have lunch with my house, but you cook.
Yeah, we cook. We cook.
So you wanna have lunch with my house?
Yep.
Yeah.
What's the plan?
We could not believe that we had found a willing stranger that easily. However, the man showed a bit of apprehension about his house, so he wanted to show one of us the house before we finalized our plans.
Who wants to go with me?
On the motorbike.
Just
Okay.
visit up my house. Then
Okay.
Don't get kidnapped.
What's your name, sir?
my name is Rush.
Rush?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm the president of this organization, Motorbike.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's an honor.
That's my house.
This one?
Yeah.
Lovely.
We of course were not concerned about the house at all and we're just seeking a true local experience. But this moment gave us a glimpse of how bashful and modest the people of this town are.
It was great. Yeah, now it's just what do we want to cook?
Tobo?
Oh, we've never had adobo. Yes. How do you know how to make? Can you teach us how to make it?
Yeah.
Yes, that would be amazing.
And this is a different kind of adobo that we're going to cook. Yeah, we're cooking this Sprite.
Oh, I thought Sprite was just for us to drink.
No.
Okay. So we need the chicken, the noodles,
Yeah.
these
And the
green
egg.
beans, and Sprite, and eggs,
Yeah.
and Sprite.
So, under Raj's command, we hit the grocery store.
This is exciting. This was way easier than we thought, but it just shows how welcoming and nice the people here are, because it was literally like the first man we spoke to. He was like, yeah, come to my house. So now it's food shopping time.
Chicken wings.
Pak chicken wings.
The next thing we were wondering was how we were all gonna get to Raj's house. We were all excited to begin seeing what it means to be Filipino through Raj's lens.
Thank you.
Maybe you can use this.
As we got to work, we were surprised to learn about one of Raj's hidden talents.
I understand.
Singing. You sing? That's
Yeah.
awesome. When did you start your YouTube channel?
2 years ago.
I love that.
Are you gonna sing for us today?
It's okay. This is me.
That's you.
Me. My wife.
What did you study?
AB Political Science.
Okay. Do you work with that now? No? What do you work with?
Habal driver.
Yeah? Nice.
Every Saturday, my grandchildren will be here. We have the family day,
Oh yeah?
especially Sunday.
How many grandchildren do you have?
Only 2. One is 8 and the other one is 2 years old.
Okay. And they come here every Sunday?
Yeah.
That's
They
nice.
call me Wowo.
Whoa.
Wowo means Lolo, grandfather.
Yeah, Lolo.
Lolo, but
But they can't say Lolo, so they say Wowo?
they twist it. They make it different. Wowo.
Whoa.
Wowo.
Do you know your neighbors?
They call me daddy. Everybody they call me, and my wife call her mommy.
That's nice.
Mommy of the people, and I'm the daddy of the people.
30 years ago, Raj built this home from the ground up with his bare hands. He and his wife raised their family in this home and have always held their door open to the community. The unfortunate truth we learned about Raj's house is that it technically rests on government property, meaning that if the government ever decides to develop the land in any way, Raj and his family will lose everything.
How can we help? Do nothing.
Wait.
Classic.
We're so good at
that. It's hard to, like, we really want to help, but it's really hard in someone else's house because you're like, don't know where anything is, don't know what we're doing.
We have no idea what the recipe is. We're like, how can we help? And also, can you show us first?
Yeah. So, yeah, we're sitting here in this man's house. It's so it's funny just how we just stopped like, hey, what are you guys doing today?
We're like, well, actually,
we're going to your house, and then it's like, okay.
And I think that shows like what he was saying, that everybody around here in the neighborhood calls him daddy.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he like always invites people over and does things for people. So I guess that just goes to show why he did that.
And then his wife is gonna go home.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. I wonder if she will be surprised or be like, obviously.
Just another day. Yeah. Just another day in my house with random people.
With Raj doing most of the cooking, we felt like the idea of us making lunch for a stranger was a bit lost. So, Monica came up with a great way to return the warm welcome to Raj.
If you would like, you and your wife, we can go all together to our boat. We can have a coffee.
But the problem is, when my wife get into your boat, she doesn't like to go back here. She'll be going to
Malaysia with us.
To Malaysia. So we will call it the floating clinic because you have a doctor and she's a nurse.
Perfect.
Oh yeah.
That's perfect.
Floating clinic, floating hospital.
It's decided. She's coming with us now. Great idea, Monica.
I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen rain?
Coming down sunny day.
After some good conversation and singing, it was time to dig in and try the adobo. As we started to eat, we were surprised when Raj told us that he had to leave to pick up his granddaughter. He also mentioned that he wouldn't eat until his wife returned home from work.
We're just chilling here at a stranger's house. And the stranger whose house it is not here. What? With Rush, he's the chef of his family. Like, he talked about having everybody over every Sunday for dinner, and he's the one cooking. So even though the plan was kind of for us to cook in his home, he ended up doing most of the cooking. It's delicious. I love how open and willing people are to just like rearrange their whole day just to have like an experience like
I was
this.
about to ask, like, now when you go back to New York City, for example, everyone goes back, and someone knocks on your door saying like, hey, can I come in and make you lunch? What would you do? And has this experience changed your point of view on that in some way?
I think that for me, definitely, even just my traveling experience in general, and then with this compounded on top of that, it's been something that I've been thinking of, and I'm like, I really want to stop being so scared, because obviously sometimes it is like a scary thing to have someone in your own home, but like I've experienced so much kindness from everyone else that I would really love to give that back, especially in a place where we forget to look for it.
In traveling, we always look for something different, but how can we take that different that we see, that open perspective that we now have, and apply that back?
We know how good it feels to receive, either it's the invite for lunch or a compliment or help, so then we just have to remember how good it feels when people do it for us, because we can do that for other people and we can make somebody else's day as well.
As we enjoyed our delicious meal and reflected on the experience, we heard Raj pull up with his wife. Our anxiety of anticipating her approval quickly returned as we greeted her.
Hi! Thank you for having us.
Welcome to our cottage above the sea.
Dr. Mara.
We love it.
Okay.
Monica.
Monica, wow.
Yes, from Italy, Kay is from the US, Doc is from the US, Mara is from Norway, Natalia is
From Poland.
Your name was Amorita?
Amorlina.
Amorlina. Nice to meet you, Amorlina.
Nice to meet you.
What her-
You are very tall.
That is.
I feel so intimidated. I feel so small.
We heard so many great things about you.
Oh, who told you? He is very loyal.
We want to ask you more about like how you met and like how you got together.
I was staying in a new boarding house and someone sang a beautiful song, my favorite song, and me and my board mates requested from that person. That person was very surprised because there was a stone and a paper of request. That person was his brother. When he arrived at their boarding house, his brother told him that there are girls requesting for us to sing. And they sang all our requests. Then, he proposed to meet us in person. It all started there. I was still 4th year nursing, but he really wanted to marry already. Maybe I look so beautiful for him.
He said that you will join our boat now and help us to do medical treatments to the islands we visit. Is that
Wow.
true? Yeah.
Am I allowed?
Once everyone had finished lunch, it was time to show our gratitude and bring Raj and Amorlina back to the boat for some sunset festivities. We were excited to see their reaction because they had never experienced being on a boat like ours before.
To think we were just strangers like a few hours ago. Damn.
Raj opened up his home and his heart to us. 5 strangers on the side of the street with an unusual request.
Welcome to our home.
The passion both of them have for not only their family, but for their entire community is breathtaking. We don't only leave this place with a new understanding of what it means to be Filipino, we leave with a whole new family. This is Mara, signing off.
Would you let someone in dock to your house if they knocked?
I let you guys on my boat.